The dazzling lights lit up the mood of our front yard. Every one of my friends and family came to celebrate my birthday party. I'm so happy that I was able to put on a disco themed party. The party was in full swing, with colorful decorations, a DJ playing upbeat music, and people dancing and mingling. I could sense that everyone was having fun. On top of that, I was so happy because this is my first birthday. Despite having a rough first year of my married life, I was still thankful that I get to spend my birthday with my husband, even though his disapproval of this celebration was very apparent. I could still remember our useless fight. I was about to come out from our walk in closet when he came in very angry. Cancel the party now. What? Why? My friends aren't coming. I don't want to be surrounded by all of your friends and family. I was so confused by his words. Honey, it's my birthday? And so we can reschedule it. I hate being alone. What will you have me do? Sit on the corner while you're having fun? How about my mother? What will she do? Be your slave? Of course not. My family will be here as well. You can both sit together and enjoy the night with each other. I will never do that. Your family is a whole bunch of losers. Don't say that. I can say whatever I want, and I want you to cancel the party. I won't do that, Richard. Oh, then you will regret disobeying me. This is a threat. The fight we had today was one of the many. There were times when he tried to gaslight, manipulate, and blackmail me in exchange for money. He hates it whenever I get an award, favors, and recognition from other people because he wants to be the only one to be appreciated. He's a narcissist, and I'm very aware of that. On top of that, he always wanted a son, and I told him that we weren't financially ready yet. But he kept on forcing me to ask for money from my parents as if they were my bank. There was this one time when he tried to threaten me. My mother in law wanted a new scooter, and my husband kept on asking me for money. But I told him that my salary is enough only for our necessities. However, my mother in law insisted on having the new scooter, and Richard was so annoyed by it already. He wanted me to ask for money from my parents because it is the least thing I can do. I tried my best to let him understand that my parents have nothing to do about his mother's wants. Even if my parents are well off, it doesn't mean that I have the authority and free pass to ask for money from them. I promise myself that I will earn independently, but it seems like my husband has a hidden agenda. Hence, he threatened me with a divorce if I won't buy my mother in law a scooter. So I followed him half heartedly. I had no choice but to keep our relationship going. It has been so suffocating being in this relationship, and we are not even a year into married life yet, and I cannot take it anymore. I heaved a sigh as I recalled what happened earlier. I just want this day to be happy and memorable. Nonetheless, the people close to me came and commemorated this special day with me, including my friends from college. The place was filled with warmth and positive energy, but I could also feel the side eyes and death stares of my mother in law and husband from across the room. My husband and I had a terrible fight earlier. After all, he wanted to cancel the party because his friends won't be attending due to an emergency. He never wanted to be outshined nor shadowed by someone else, including me, his wife. I never understood why he hated me so much. Even when I got a promotion from work, he was so salty about it because he didn't get the promotion from his company. On top of that, he often blames me for all the misfortunate things that would happen to us. I don't want to dwell on bad vibes and negativities today. So, I stood up and entertained some of the guests. And there I was. I stood amidst the festivities, smiling and enjoying the ambience. I talked to my college friend Wendy. Happy birthday, Venice! Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been so long since we saw each other. You are very welcome. I think it's been 4 years since we graduated with our chemistry degree. My classmate and I shared laughter as we reminisced about our years in college. I can still remember that you are one of the best students in our organic chemistry class. You got high marks on all of our tests. I'm not. Come on. I shyly disagree with her, but she insisted that I was one of the excelling students of our batch. Don't get me wrong, okay, but it is such a shame that you didn't pursue a job in chemistry. I heaved a deep sigh. I always knew that is a huge bummer. I used to, but I resigned because my husband doesn't want me to practice my chemistry profession. Oh, really? Why? Sorry for being nosy. No, you're not. I assured her that the topic is fine with me. My line of work helped me to earn big, but it was higher than my husband, and he doesn't want it that way, so I decided to venture into another career. I can see the disapproval and frustration in Wendy's eyes. You always have a choice not to listen to him. Yes, I do, but he's my husband. We cut the conversation because Wendy wanted me to enjoy the night and not exchange frustrations with each other. So I set aside all my hard feelings and troubles and just savored the moment. Wendy came back holding a glass of cocktail and a smile on her face. I know exactly what you are doing. The excitement in her voice was so prominent. What do you mean? She pointed to the glass of cocktail after sipping from it. This distinct taste. This is the chemical from your thesis that could control the kick of the liquid and prevent someone from getting drunk fast. Also, it fights any substance added to it. I smiled at her. She remembers it very well. And she is right. I added the chemical that I worked on during my undergraduate thesis and incorporated it into the drinks. The safety and leisure of everyone at my birthday party is my topmost priority. I want them to drink moderately. I'm so happy that you remembered it. Of course I do. You received awards from that study. I told you, you are the best student in our batch. As she said those words, my love for chemistry started to come back. I enjoyed my work as a chemist at a food company. But my husband forced me to resign after I got promoted because he was so insecure about me having a higher salary grade than him. As I was entertaining more guests, I spotted my mother-in-law Helen sneaking near the bar counter, and my husband was right behind her. What are they doing? They didn't notice me staring at them. I saw them pour something into one of the drinks, but I decided to play it cool and not confront her. As I was to come near them, my mother-in-law approached me with a smile, a fake one. She hates me as well, and she never fails to remind me about that every day. Happy birthday, dear! I got a special drink for you. She said it in a very cheerful tone. I accepted the drink while maintaining my composure, although I am suspicious of the drink she handed me. Thank you, Helen. You didn't have to. I knew they put something in there because I saw them doing it with my own eyes. But still, I took the sip and noticed a bitter taste. I immediately realized what substance they put on it. A drug. Good thing I was able to counter it through the chemical that I added to the drinks. So, they plotted to drug me on my birthday? I couldn't fathom that their hatred towards me could go to lengths, to the point that they want me to be drugged and worse, dead. Since I knew what they had put into this drink, I kept my reaction hidden and pretended to be affected by the drug. I acted like my body was slowly slumping. I don't feel so good. I saw my mother-in-law flash a smirk, as well as my husband. Both of them are monsters. Some party guests rushed to my aid and displayed their utmost concern about my situation. They helped me maintain my balance and placed me on a nearby couch. Venice, are you okay? What's happening? I faked my drowsiness. Wendy assisted me and I whispered to her, I think I've been drugged. Call an ambulance. Wendy panicked and instructed someone to call an ambulance for a rescue, while some of the guests scrambled to assist me. Meanwhile, Helen and Richard just watched the commotion they plotted with smug expressions from a distance. They are so cruel. I continued to fake my drowsiness. I couldn't wait to lay out my revenge against them. My friend, who is a medical doctor, was trying to contact an ambulance, and my husband approached him. There is no need to call an ambulance. I will take care of my wife. He carried me inside our house. My mother-in-law was instructing the party staff to stop everything, and she even told the guests that the party was over. When my husband finally brought me inside, he placed me on our couch. My mother tagged along and I overheard their conversation. Oh, finally! That horrible party is over. I grew sick of all those people. I was just controlling myself to not throw all the food because I was so annoyed the whole time. Shh, calm down. What should we do with her? I don't know. Is she dead? How I wish. Why did you even ask me to marry her? Because she's rich. I told you. Her father is a prominent figure in biotechnology. We can have lots of money from her, but I was wrong. She is useless. I told you that I can't stand being outshined. Look at her. She's richer than me and I cannot afford to be second to her. We can't do anything about that. She's your wife now, so go, get all her cards and withdraw her money. Come morning, she won't remember anything. Are you sure that the drug was effective, Mom? Of course. Look at her. She was knocked out. It means it worked. My husband immediately reached out for my pocket, but I was not bringing any wallet. So he went to our room and collected all the valuable things in my bag. My heart was beating so fast. They're monsters. So they planned all this along? They were only after my money, and since I don't rely on my parents' wealth, they weren't able to get money from me. That is why they are giving me harsh and cruel treatment. They will pay for this. I don't know what they will do with my money. I just want this day to end so that I can finally take my revenge. The next day, I pretended that I had woken up from drugs. I acted like I was already sober and faked that I couldn't remember what happened last night. The moment I woke up, I couldn't find my cards and phone, They stole all of it? My husband and mother in law were in the kitchen, and when they saw me, they acted as if nothing happened. Oh, you're awake. You used drugs last night. I pretended to be shocked. What? I did what? No way. My husband smirked and chuckled. Yes, you even started a commotion and you kicked everyone out of the party. I'm pretty sure they will hate you now. Lies, lies, and lies. He can't fool me. Oh no, I must have been out of my mind. I wonder who drugged me. Perhaps the bartenders that you hired? You should choose wisely next time. If there still be a next time. I clenched my fist. I wanted to take my revenge right now, but I controlled myself. Oh, honey, have you seen my credit cards? I don't know. It's not mine. Why would you ask me? Ask your messy self. The doorbell rang, and my mother in law immediately went to the front door and got their food delivered. It's so nice to be rich, am I right, son? Richard nodded in response and smirked. How dare they? They ordered lots and lots of food, and I'm pretty sure they used my card. And, for your information, this is just for the two of us. Go get yourself some food, dumbass. I went to our room. I am so annoyed and angry. I want to teach them a lesson already. So I contacted Wendy. I asked her to do me a favor, and like a loyal friend, she agreed. I told her everything that happened, from the drugs, my fake reaction, my husband and mother-in-law scheme, to my revenge plan. Since I'm not supposed to be seen outside, so I instructed Wendy to do my plans. I want them to experience what they put me through. I told Wendy to craft a special drink with drowsiness-inducing properties. I will invite them to dinner tonight, and that will be the time that I will start my revenge. I want them to know the taste of their own medicine. I instructed Wendy about the formula and the compounds to be used. And as a chemist, she got it right away. I asked her to deliver it to my house before dinner so that I can perform my revenge. I went to the living area and I saw my husband and mother-in-law lavishing the desserts that they ordered out of my own money while watching the TV. I want us to have dinner tonight as a family. My mother-in-law just rolled her eyes and completely ignored what I said. Whatever you say. Those were the only things that my husband said. I swear, they will be put into their places after this night. As soon as the delivery guy came, I took the drink and went immediately to the kitchen. They were not able to notice me because they were so preoccupied. I prepared the food and everything that would make this dinner a memorable one for them. I carefully poured down the liquid into 2 glasses. Now, my revenge will be served. I called them and they sat with me at the dinner table. I couldn't wait to see them face the consequences of their actions. They sat there at the table feeling bored and unaware of what awaited them. What is all this about? I flashed a wide fake smile to my husband. We have some unfinished business to discuss. My husband and mother-in-law exchanged uncertain glances but maintained their attitude, but it cannot be denied that their uneasiness was very visible. I picked up a glass, the one with the chemical. I want you both to try this new juice I have prepared. It's my special recipe. My mother-in-law eyed the glass suspiciously, but my husband seemed oblivious and took a sip without hesitation.
This is quite good. I'm surprised that you are good at something.
He laughed mockingly, and my mother in law joined him with it. My mother in law hesitated for a moment, but eventually took a sip as well. I grinned at them. Enjoying it, are you? As the seconds passed, my husband and mother in law's expression gradually changed. Fatigue crept into their features, and their eyelids became heavy. And I could tell that my husband was feeling drowsy. What's happening? I feel so tired. My mother in law struggled to stay awake while her head was swaying. Why, what did you do? Just a little taste of your own medicine. You tried to drug me, steal my money. Well, now you know how it feels. My husband and mother in law were unable to fight the effects of the drink. They collapsed on the table unconscious. I called Wendy, my doctor's friend, and the police station. When they wake up, they will be completely shocked. My doctor friend checked up on them and made sure that the substance won't cause harm to them. We brought them to the police station unconscious. I handed them my license as a registered chemist as I approached a police officer at the front desk. I assured them that the method I used was safe. On top of that, I told them about my main point. These two individuals tried to drug me and stole my money. I want to press charges. The police officer looked surprised but quickly took charge, calling for assistance.
We'll take care of it, ma'am. Thank you for bringing them in.
I watched Richard and Helen being taken into custody. Their actions were catching up with them. As soon as my husband and mother in law slowly regained consciousness, they found themselves in separate holding cells and their heads were pounding due to the after effects of the substance. And I was there waiting for them to wake up. What happened? He said in a very disoriented tone. I don't know. I don't know. The police officer and I approached the cells. I kept a stern expression. Their eyes went wide as they saw me.
You two are in a lot of trouble. You have been arrested for drugging and theft.
My husband and mother in law exchanged worried glances. As they finally realized the severity of their actions, Richard went on his knees and started to ask for forgiveness behind bars. Honey, please forgive me. And his mother followed him. Venice, I am so sorry. I didn't mean that. I promise I will change. This is an opportunity for both of you to contemplate your wrongdoings. You attempted to hurt me, and good thing I was quick enough to realize what you were doing. The two of you deserve to learn your lessons. As I said those words, I told the police officer that I will pursue my case against them. I filed the criminal charges and a divorce. I want to be set free because I know that I deserve a better life.